A very good afternoon to all our dear viewers. You're just in time for the 1 p.m. news here on Younib TV as we bring you all the latest news happening. This being the first Tuesday of the month, we're excited to have you on board. But before that, let's have a look on the stories making headlines.
Uchumi wananchi wanaumia. Hali ya maisha, gharama maisha imepanda, ushuru iko juu, kupani matibabu, mambo ya SHA bado hajafanya kazi sawa sawa. Lakini muhimu zaidi wamesema wanataka chama chetu cha ODM imarishwe.
This second pillar of value chains, revitalization of value chains, agriculture carries like almost half in terms of where do the citizens of Kenya, when they wake up, where does their daily household income come from?
We shall, Honorable Chair, expand the scope of our investigations, and we are hoping to interrogate by today Wachera.
Tunataka hii mambo ya importation isimamishwe. Isimamishwe tu importation kwa ajili ni hiyo inatu affect. Kwa hivyo tunauliza serikali waamke haraka haraka, tupange hii kazi ya kuuza hii ngano kwa ajili hii kiteresa saa hii mwezi mwaka hiyo ingine hakuna ngano.
Mimi ni mmoja wao wale wenye waliathirika kwa hayo, yani furugu ya jana na juzi. Na wakati kama kuna shida imetokea mahali, viongozi ama sisi wananchi wenyewe tujaribu kusuluhisha.
Kutukatia kwanza uji ya watoto, wakakata chumvi ya watoto, leo hii wanatuambia hakuna mafuta, hakuna ades.
This is equivalent for 1 month.
Names that you see and just the potential that this Kenyan national team have, and you look at other national teams, how well they're doing with half the talent that is here in Kenya.
My name is Eunice Mutua and you're welcome. As he gathers more opinions from his followers regarding his next political step, ODM leader Raila Odinga says he will keep fortifying his party. Speaking in Malindi, Kilifi County during his nationwide consultation tour, Odinga urged the government to take action in order to lower living expenses and deal with urgent national issues. He also recommended the implementation of NADCO report if ODM was to work with Kenya Kwanza government.
Thank you. Uchumi wananchi wanaumia. Hali ya maisha, gharama maisha imepanda, ushuru iko juu, kupani matibabu, mambo ya SHA bado hajafanya kazi sawa sawa. Lakini muhimu zaidi wamesema wanataka chama chetu cha ODM imarishwe. Na ODM iwe na nguvu kuendelea mbele. Ili wakielekea hata katika uchaguzi ambayo unakuja. Kwa hivyo wameongea mambo mengi, lakini kwa jumla wameniambia mimi ati nipatie ruhusa niendelee mbele.
Tumempa ruhusa baba aendelee nayo. Sisi kama Kilifi County na tunaunga mkono wale wengine ambao tayari ashashauriana nao kwamba aendelee, kwa sababu Kenya hii ni yetu sote pamoja, na hatuwezi kusema hata tukikaa kando ikiharibika bado tutalaumiwa tu. Afadhali turekebishe tukiwa hapo ndani.
The Deputy President Kithure Kindiki has confirmed that the government will prioritize the revitalization of agriculture and livestock sectors to enhance its job creation strategy within the framework of economic transformation, organized an interministerial consultative forum on agricultural value chains involving state departments of crop development, trade investments, water, and cooperatives. He stated that the government was advancing in creating the first cohort of county aggregation and industrial parks, markets, and export processing zones to help farmers and livestock keepers increase their income from their products.
This second pillar of value chains, revitalization of value chains, agriculture carries like almost half in terms of where do the citizens of Kenya, when they wake up, where does their daily household income come from? Somebody is either in agriculture, is a keeper of livestock, is within the fisheries and blue economy sector, or is doing certain primary sector activity like mining. If you combine the number of people directly and indirectly engaged in the sectors I have mentioned, 90% of the people of Kenya will fall in that bracket. So this pillar, therefore, of revitalizing value chains, the largest carrier of the value chains being agriculture, is at the heart of transforming Kenya, especially from the bottom-up approach.
3 drivers from the Nairobi County government were arrested for unlawfully disposing of trash at the Kenya Power Company premises. Inspector General of Police Douglas Kanja also announced that 11 other senior officers were being investigated in connection with the incident. The National Assembly Administration and Internal Security Committee was also informed by Nairobi Governor Johnson Sakaja that 2 additional Nairobi County officers had been placed under interdiction after it was discovered that through internal investigations that they had given orders for the dumping.
Honorable Chair, expand the scope of our investigations, and we are hoping to interrogate by today Geoffrey Musiera, who is the Chief Officer Environment, Charles Kerridge, CEC Finance and Economic Planning, are able to arrest the following persons. 1, Augustine Otieno Osore, who was a driver. Moses Gitari Kanywa, who was a driver. And Alice Okare Achami, the machine driver.
So just for clarity, the 3 are employees of the county government.
Correct, Your Honor. For flights, has a very, very serious security implication. And KPLC needs to really look into that before they switch off their lights, particularly when it comes to critical infrastructures, things that can affect our national.
We have so far interdicted officers. The documents are here. Within your package, I've interdicted 2 officers. Dr. John Toiti is the Acting Director of Revenue Administration. The second person is Sankale Lempaka, who is a Director, Debt Collection Unit. Debt Collection Unit.
The government's announcement that it will purchase all 321,000 of the wheat bags that farmers are holding is a reprieve for Narok wheat producers. The National Cereals and Produce Board has been instructed by Cabinet Secretary for Agriculture, Mutahi Kagwe, to clear out the whole stock. With effect from Tuesday, all farmers and aggregators are required to deliver their wheat to NCPD. According to the CS, they will then get paid in 30 days. Additionally, a memorandum of understanding has been linked between the government and millers to purchase wheat from farmers and reimburse them within 14 to 21 days.
Tunataka hii mambo ya importation isimamishwe. Isimamishwe tu importation kwa ajili ni hiyo inatu affect. Kwa hivyo tunauliza serikali waamke haraka haraka tupange hii kasi ya kuuza hii ngano kwa ajili ni hii kiteresa saa hii mwezi mwaka hiyo ingine hakuna ngano.
Wheat held by aggregators, wheat held by farmers will be delivered to the National Cereals and Produce Board go downs effective tomorrow morning. So we are presuming in that case then that in the next 2-3 days we would have cleared the entire lot of wheat in the country, because there is no reason why anybody would keep the wheat beyond a week's time, beyond 7 days, if the wheat is already in the stores.
Fresh fights over suspected livestock theft has broken out along the Transmara West Bomachoge-Borabu border in Kisii County, injuring 8 people, some gravely. Bows and arrows were used in a bloody clash between competing parties in the long-running rivalry, which was stalked by frequent cattle disputes. In an effort to bring about peace, security services met with both factions on Monday for a crisis conference.
Mimi ni mmoja wao wale wenye waliathirika kwa hayo, yani furugu ya jana na juzi, na wakati kama kuna shida imetokea mahali, viongozi ama sisi wananchi wenyewe tujaribu kusuluhisha.
4 were admitted and they are scheduled for surgeries. Luckily they are stable. All of them with arrows lodged in various parts of the body. Critically injured with an arrow lodged in the neck. It took our doctors, our surgeons, around 6 hours to safely get the arrow out of the neck. Patient is currently in ICU recuperating.
Most important bit is that we maintain peace so that we can be able to get to the bottom of this. But more important also, unravel the cause for these incidents and those who are the culprits, particularly the people who are being involved in the stealing of those cattle.
4 refugees are suffering from gunshot wounds after they participated in a protest in Kakuma camp in Turkana. The demonstration was aimed to complain about the decrease in humanitarian aid, a challenge that has been compounded by the recent action of the American nation to stop its aid. Refugees are afraid of perishing due to severe shortage of food and water.
Tukatia kwanza uji ya watoto, wakakata chumvi ya watoto, leo hii wanatuambia hakuna mafuta, hakuna ades.
This is equivalent for 1 month when you eat, assume for yourself, you don't have other income somewhere, it's only this. This thing is enough for you.
Mkimbizi hana mkono, mkimbizi hana mguu, mkimbizi hana macho, hana masikio. Kwa hiyo shirika zote hizo ndio mecho yetu na ndio miguu yetu. Nataka tujue sisi tuko watu wa UNHCR ama tuko watu wa serikali. Kama tuko watu wa serikali, yani UN tuambie imechoka na kazi, iturudishe kwetu.
Tulishangaa sana kuona baadhi ya walinda usalama sana wanaanza kupiga marisasi na hatukuwa na shida yoyote.
A lot of theft cases. Utapata mtu anadunga kisu kwa barabara tu na amani. Askari badala ukuje kusaidia, askari atakuja baada ya masaa 3, watu wameshawawa.
Now on to sports. South African Benny McCarthy has been named the new coach of the Harambee Stars, Kenya's football team. The Kenyan government, through the Ministry of Sports, has paid for the South Africans' 2-year contract. Vasily Manusakis and Younib Josephs, the goalie trainee, will accompany McCarthy. Harambee Stars' assistant coach has been identified as Piela Maposa. The national team's technical bench consists of purely South African nationals.
Names that you see and just the potential that this Kenyan national team have, and you look at other national teams, how well they're doing with half the talent that is here in Kenya. So with the right leaders in charge, with the right coaches, with the right mentality and the right mindset and the right work ethic, we can get this team to greater heights. And I heard a question earlier about the women's team might be the first team, Kenyan team, to represent the country in the World Cup. I think it will be both teams, the women and the men.
We have come to the end of our news updates at 1. Thank you for always tuning in to Younib TV as we bring you our awesome programs every day. Until next time, do have a good afternoon. My name is Eunice Mutua.